Well, hey there. My name is Mia. I am a sophomore in college, and this is my Life Talk series. Hey. Alright, so hello there. I'm really beyond happy you guys decided to join me today. Girls, take a seat. Guys, take a listen, because this is kind of important stuff. So, body image in the media. Let me just first start off by saying I know this topic can be completely overused. It's coming to the point where it's gotten to be a bit cliche. You see campaigns now like Aerie and Dove. It's everywhere, and it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. After being exposed to it all the time, you get really tired of it. But take all that and throw it out, because today I'm not talking about the usual that you hear about, like magazines and television and music. I'm actually talking to you about something that you may not even have realized has affected you. I'm talking about social networking. Part one, the problem. There's the obvious. We are on Twitter all the time. We're on Tumblr all the time. We're on Pinterest all the time. We're on Facebook some of the time. YouTube, even other sites that aren't specifically social networking. BuzzFeed, World Star Hip Hop, WordPress. It's a huge part of our lives. But the not so obvious part of it is how big of a role does it actually play in our lives, and do we even know it? So I did a little experiment. If you don't know what Tumblr is, it's videos, pictures, quotes, a bunch of stuff, and what you do basically is just reblog them, and it kind of makes your own like collection of pictures. There's pictures of traveling, like really pretty landscape, funniest things I've ever seen come from Tumblr, but there's also girls in their bathing suits, models, girls with no clothes on. I was like, I'm gonna scroll down my dash on Tumblr and I'm going to see how many things related to body image, negative body image I should say, do I see. You cannot imagine the amount of things that I found, like this, this, and this. It was terrifying. There's so many things like that on the internet. I'm gonna let you in on a really big secret right now. The media creates problems for us that weren't even there to begin with. I'm gonna let you in on another secret. Sometimes we really suck. The media says this, they put this out there, but who are the people that are taking it and running with it? People love to put the blame on media, but we are just as bad. We're the ones who are feeding the cycle. You're feeding it, I'm feeding it, we're all feeding it. And Tumblr is the perfect example of this. We are literally reblogging these things. We are continuing the cycle. We're putting it out there for somebody else to see, and for somebody else to see, and for somebody else to see. It's more than just what the media is showing us. We're throwing it back to them. And we're telling them by our actions that that's what we want to see. Do you realize what I'm saying? I think part of us realizes that we're invested in social media, but we don't realize what kind of effect it's having on us. And I'm gonna give you an example right now. Anecdote time! Up until like my freshman year of college, I had never really thought about my body. I'd never really looked at it and been like, I need to change this, or I don't like the way that looks. I had never just really paid attention to it before. I'm gonna be honest with you again. I like to eat. It's part of life. I would go to the dining hall. Friends I'd go with would comment and be like, that's a lot of food, are you gonna eat all that? Just make comments, and I pretended like it didn't affect me, but it did. It made me just kind of like rethink, like, should I not be doing this? Is it affecting how I look? And it really had an impact on me. For the first time, I kind of felt like a hint of like being ashamed. Why did I think that way? Body mass index, I was the correct weight, I was in my weight class, I wasn't overweight, I wasn't unhealthy, so why did I want to be stick thin? Why did I want to look a certain way? Really hurts me to think about the fact that it can be so much worse for other girls. And it is worse for other girls. It's severe. It can be really severe. Eating disorders, girls who starve themselves, really super insecure to the point where they don't want to get in their bathing suits, or they don't want to go out. I know friends who are really skinny, like, and they want to have curves, and they don't like the way they look, and they want to change it. I can't even begin to tell you how much that hurts to think about that. And that was my point of realization, when I realized what effect the media and the world can have on you. And I started to think about it. I got a Tumblr like earlier that year. I had been a lot more invested in social media lately. Not just magazines and television, radio, but social media. We are constantly bombarded by images. As humans, we want what we can't have all the time. The grass is always greener on the other side. I keep my notes from classes that I really like. It was my favorite class so far in college, Critical Thinking in the Media. This is from Gendered Media. The author is Julia Wood. It's understandable to wish we weighed a little more or less, had better developed muscles for guys, and never had pimples or cramps. But what is not reasonable, however, is to regard normal functioning bodies as unacceptable or defective. There is nothing wrong with wanting to lose a few pounds or wanting to be healthier or wishing that this didn't look like this. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's natural for girls to feel this way. I do not look in the mirror every day and go, damn. But when women and men, when it's constantly in your thoughts, when it's controlling what you do, when you become obsessed with looking a certain way, or when you're putting yourself at risk, your body, your life, that's when this becomes not okay. It's okay to, I like putting on makeup sometimes, and I like dressing up and putting on colored pants and boots. It's okay to want to look good, but when you want to change who you are and your body image, it's not okay. I've realized that it's hard more for some than others to confront this, but now that we've confronted it, we can acknowledge it, accept it, and then move on and try to figure out what we're gonna do next and what's the next step. And that's the biggest part of it. Part 1, we hit the problem. Part 2, we hit the realization. Part 3, we're gonna hit the solution. So I've come up with 3 steps almost that I've been exercising in my own life and trying to. It's a process. It really is a process, and I'm gonna share them with you. 1, learn to separate the media from real life. This is the most important. You need to draw the line between the two. You need to know what's real and you need to know what's not real. Beauty is 3-dimensional. We're real. We're flawless. Recently, I think it was the latest article of 17 magazine, Troyan Bellisario, who plays Spencer in Pretty Little Liars, she even said in her article, in her spread, that literally it takes her 2 hours of hair and makeup to look the way she does. Ain't nobody got time for that. 2nd, stop speaking negatively about yourself. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop speaking negatively about yourself and stop speaking negatively about others. You gotta stop. Everyone knows my favorite movie that I'm obsessed with is Mean Girls.
Certainly there's a lot of things that can be wrong on your body.
My hairline is so weird. My pores are huge. My nail beds suck.
Look how they ended up. That's why they're all so insecure. Plus, it's just plain mean. It's just mean. They have all these feelings about themselves and they're speaking it into existence. My mom is an amazing woman and she taught me the most valuable lesson I think I've learned to this day. Whatever you say is spoken into existence. 3rd, if you want to lose weight, which is completely okay if you're doing it for the right reasons, don't necessarily view it or call it losing weight. It's not about losing weight, it's about getting healthy. And losing weight, just a cherry on top. A lot of you know I'm obsessed with quotes. I'm gonna share with you guys one of the best quotes I have ever heard. The quote is by Warsan Shire and it's, "My existence is not about how desirable you find me." I'm not here to look good for you. I'm not here to be pretty. I'm not here to be your object. I'm not here for that. You're here because you have a purpose, and your looks don't define you. They aren't everything. There's more to life. This is the flesh. As we come to a close, you've heard it a million times. I'll say it again and again and again. You are beautiful, and your flaws are what make you quirky and what make you fun, and I truly, truly believe that. I believe that about everyone. I will look at a girl and say, wow, like she is beautiful. I have had multiple crushes on guys who aren't tall, dark, and handsome, and tan and blonde, beach bods. Like, I have had multiple crushes on guys who are scrawny, who aren't like buck, who aren't like Leonardo DiCaprio handsome. And you hear this all the time too, but somebody one day is going to love you for all your quirks, for flaws. They're gonna love that about you. And even if they don't, the whole point is that you need to learn how to love yourself. And that is one of the more true things in this world. You don't have to be going around, I love myself, I love my everything, I like how I look so much. But you just need to, more than anything, not even love, just accept yourself. It's gonna be you for the rest of your life. As RuPaul says, you don't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? I'm studying media arts and design because I love it. It's an absolutely wonderful thing. And we have the potential to spread so many good things. We have the potential to be such good people. That's what we need to do right now. So that is the end of my talk, my friends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment and tell me what you thought of the video, what kind of life talks you want me to do in the future. More importantly, I want you to make a declaration. I don't care how you do it, what you say. Make a declaration that today you are going to start your journey of loving yourself. It's a process, like I said, every day. It's a struggle. The struggle's real, but it's a process. And promise me that you're just gonna try. We are in control. Your existence is not about how desirable somebody finds you. Stay classy. I'll see you guys on the flip. Bye.